Alright, Karina baby, Mama loves you. I need to start doing this during the day, I think, because there's more light. But, good morning, Bakerto. Good morning. We sing Bakerto. Oh, we thank you for this life. We sing Bakerto each morning. This way we know it's gonna be alright. But, it's important. I know that life is hard. Life is so hard. And it's important just to be blessed for every day. Alright? Mama loves you, and Mama misses you, and Mama can't wait to see you, and hold you, and take you places, and do everything with you. For right now, I'm going to be reading you books, okay? And then I'm going to sing you some songs. So we have birthday balloons. Blowing up balloons takes lots of puff. Red, yellow, green, and blue. Have we got enough? Puff and blow, up they go. Tie them in a knot. 3 balloons have flown away. Fizzle, bang, pop. Hang some in the window and bunches around the room. We'll give the happy birthday ones to friends when they go home. Oh, happy birthday, my baby. Mama loves you. You are 5 years and 12 days old today, my angel. Mama loves you. Look. Box turtle at Long Park. There he is. Isn't that beautiful? It is dawn at Long Park. A white mist covers the water. Little warbles awaken and fly from the tall pine trees to the blueberry bushes below. They dart to the pond's edge and take long sips of water. Something moves by a rotten birch log, and the birds are still. The log inside seems to come alive. The frightened songbirds fly off to the treetops, and a head with red eyes appears from within the crumbling tree. It is a box turtle. He has burrowed into the log to stay warm during the cold autumn night. See the box turtle coming out? See the log? The tree? He went inside. The birdies got afraid of the little tiny baby turtle. The turtle slowly makes his way down to the pond. He carefully stretches out his neck to drink. Box turtles cannot swim. I didn't know that. There he is. They can stretch out his neck to drink. The turtle crawls to a favorite spot where wild grapes grow and spends half the morning looking for a fallen grape, but only finds 3. There is a rustling in the leaves. The box turtle looks around and sees a chipmunk with a big grape in his mouth. Look at that chipmunk with the grape. The box turtle only found 3. See him? And then he sees that chipmunk. What's gonna happen next? Let's find out. The sun is high overhead. The morning chill is gone. The turtle looks for a rock out in the open fields and basks in the hot sun. He closes his eyes but is still aware of the sounds around him. He found a nice rock to sleep upon and rest his eyes. Look at that. Isn't he so cute with his little feet? Mama loves feet. They're so cute. turtle. Gray clouds move in. A breeze turns over the leaves. On the maple trees, the box turtle opens his eyes. He senses rain and heads uphill. The turtle finds shelter under an old apple tree. It rains most of the afternoon. Look at it. He went to the apple tree, baby. He found some cover from the rain. The rain stops and the sun comes out. The heavy rains have driven the worms out of their holes in the ground. Some have crawled into a large flat rock. As quickly as he can, the box turtle bites the head off each squirming worm. Then he goes back to eat them one by one. Oh, wow. Oh, he found food, baby. A young raccoon walks up to the stone. She is also looking for worms. The box turtle goes and sees her and quickly draws himself up into his shell. The raccoon turns him over but cannot pry the shell open with her little fingers. She eats the worms and wanders off. Oh, look at that. The raccoon is so cute, huh? The box turtle is so cute. Raccoon can't get to the box turtle. Get him. The box turtle listens and waits, hearing nothing. He opens his eyes and then sticks out his head. The raccoon is gone. He turns himself over. The worms are gone too. Oh, his lunch is all gone, baby. No more worms. The sun is dripping in the sky. The air is getting cooler. The turtle is still hungry and crawls towards the grapevine. Suddenly, he stops. A grasshopper is perched on a blade of grass. The turtle opens his jaws and lunges, but the grasshopper jumps away. See the grasshopper? And the box turtle? The box turtle's hungry, huh? When he reaches the vines, the box turtle hears a threshing sound. Grouse, G-R-O-U-S-E, a grouse is hitting the grapes with his wings. The fruit is falling everywhere. Another grouse is feeding on the ground. He is frightened by the turtle and flies away. The box turtle eats grapes until he's full. See the birdie right here? There's a birdie right here. And there's a birdie right here. They're knocking down all the grapes for the box turtle. The sun sets on the far side of the long pond. The evening air grows colder. The box turtle burrows into the soft pine needles to stay warm and closes his eyes. It's been a long day. Abby. Come here. Look at baby, this is Abby. Abby's on the bed too. Isn't Abby so good? What happened to your collar? Did you take it off? You wanna lay down with me? Oh, Abby, you're so good. Oh, Abby. I can't lift you. You're too heavy. You're so good. You're so good. Look at baby. This is Abby. Isn't she so cute? Yeah, how good she is. She's just a little love. She's just a little love. She's just like Squish. She loves mama. She loves mama. She loves everybody. I say you love everybody. You're so good. Alright, so let's get into this. Last thing that we read, I believe we marked. Alright. Did I do a go-kart? Yes, I did. Alright. So, Winky, Blinky, and Nod. Winky, Blinky, and Nod one night sailed off in a wooden shoe. Sailed over a river of crystalite into a sea of dew. Where are you going, and what do you wish? The old moon asked the three. We have come to fish for the herring fish that lives in the beautiful sea. Nests of silver and gold have we, says Winken, Blynken, and Nod. The old moon laughed and sang a song as they rocked the wooden shoe, and then the wind that sped them all night long ruffled in the waves of dew. The little stars were the herring fish that lived in that beautiful sea. Now cast your nets where you wish, never afraid are we. So cried the stars to the fishermen there, Winky, Blinky, and Nod. All night long their nets they drew to the stars in the twinkling foam. Then down from the skies came the wooden shoe, bringing the fishermen's home. Aye, 'twas all so pretty to sail, it seems, as if it could not be. And some folk thought 'twas a dream they dreamed of sailing that beautiful sea. But I still name you the fishermen three, Winky, Blinky, and Nod. Winky, Blinky are two little eyes, and Nod is a little head. And the wooden shoe that sailed the seas is a wee one's trundle bed. So shut your eyes while mother sighs of wonderful sights to that be, and you shall see the beautiful things as you rock in the misty sea, where the old shoe rocked the fishermen three, Winky, Blinky, and Nod. There's Winky, Blinky, and Nod. Mud. Mud is very nice to feel, all squishy squish between the toes. I'd rather wade in wiggling mud than smell a yellow rose. See her? Animal crackers and cocoa to drink. That is the finest of suppers, I think. When I'm grown up and can have what I please, I think I shall always insist upon these. What do you choose when you're offered a treat? When mother says, what would you like best to eat? It is waffles and syrup and cinnamon toast. It's cocoa and animal that I love the most. The kitchen's the coolest place that I know. The kettle is singing, the stove is aglow, and there is a twilight, how jolly to see the cocoa and animals waiting for me. Papa and Mama dine late in state, with Mary to cook for them, Susan to wait. But they don't have nearly as much fun as I, who eat in the kitchen with nurse standing by. And Papa once said he would like to be me, having cocoa and animals once more for tea. This was written a long time ago. She has a nurse, and she has, she has all kinds of things. Her mama has two ladies that are waiting on her, and she has a nurse baby. Wow. The sugarplum tree. Have you ever heard of a sugarplum tree? 'Tis a marvel and great renown. It blooms on the shore of the lollipop sea. In the garden of Shut-Eye Town, the fruit that it bears is wondrously sweet. As those who have tasted it say, the good little children have only to eat of the fruit to be happy the next day. When you got to the tree, you would have a hard time to capture the fruit which I sing. The tree is so tall that no person could climb to the boughs where the sugar plums swing. But up in that tree sits a chocolate cat, and a gingerbread dog prowls below. And this is the way you contrive to get at those sugar plums tempting you so. You say but the word, and the gingerbread dog, and he barks with such terrible zest that the chocolate cat is at once all agog, as her swelling properties attest, and the chocolate cat goes craving around from that leafy limb onto that, and the sugar plums tumble of course to the ground. Hooray for the chocolate cat. There are marshmallows, gumdrops, and peppermint canes with string pins of scarlet or gold, and you carry away of the treasures that rains as much as your apron can hold. So come, little children, cuddle closer to me in your dainty white nightcap and gown, and I'll rock you away to that sugar plum tree in the garden of Shut-Eye Town. And here's a sugar plum tree with a chocolate cat. The Goops. The Goops, they lick their fingers, the Goops, they lick their knives. They spill their broth on the tablecloth, and they lead disgusting lives. The Goops, they talk while eating, and loud and fast they chew. And that is why I'm glad that I am not a Goop, are you? The children eating. Okay. I'll get this one at the top. Okay, so cute. Henny Penny. One day Henny Penny was picking up corn in the rake yard when whack! An acorn hit her head upon her head. Goodness gracious me, said Henny Penny, the sky is going to fall. I must go and tell the king. So she went along till she met Cocky Lukey. Where are you going, Henny Penny, says Cocky Lukey. Oh, I'm going to tell the king the sky is a-fallen, says Henny Penny. May I come with you, says Cocky Lukey. Certainly, says Henny Penny. So Henny Penny and Cocky Lukey went to the king. The sky was falling. They went along, and they went along, and they went along, till they met Ducky Dales. Where are you going to, Henny Penny and Cocky Lukey? Oh, Ducky Daddles. Oh, we're going to tell the king the sky is a-fallen. So Henny Penny and Cocky Lukey, may I come with you, says Ducky Dales. Certainly, says Henny Penny and Cocky Lukey. So Henny Penny and Cocky Lukey and Ducky Dales went to tell the king the sky was a-fallen. So they went along, and they went along, and they went along, till they met Goosey Poosey. Where are you going to, Henny Penny? Cocky Lukey and Ducky Dales, said Goosey Poosey. Oh, we're going to tell the king the sky's a-fallen, said Henny Penny and Cocky Lukey and Ducky Dales. May I come with you? Said Goosey Poosey. Certainly, says Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, and Ducky Diddles. So Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, Ducky Diddles, and Goosey Poosey went to tell the king the sky was a-fallen. So they went along, and they went along, and they went along, till they met Turkey Lurkey. Where are you going, Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, Ducky Diddles, and Goosey Poosey? Says Turkey Lurkey. Oh, we're going to tell the king the sky is a-fallen, said Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, Ducky Diddles, and Goosey Poosey. May I come with you? Says Turkey. May I come with you, Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, Ducky Diddles, and Goosey Poosey? Says Turkey Lurkey. Oh, certainly. Turkey Lurkey and Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, Ducky Diddles, and Goosey Poosey. So Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, Ducky Diddles, Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey all went to tell the king the sky was a-fallen. So they went along, and they went along, and they went along until they met Foxy Woxy. And Foxy Woxy said to Henny Penny, and Cocky Locky and Ducky Diddles and Goosey Poosey and Turkey Lurkey, where are you going, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Diddles, Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey? And Henny Penny, Cocky Little, Ducky Diddles, Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey said to Foxy Woxy, we're going to tell the king the sky is a-fallen. Oh, but this is not the way to the king, Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, Ducky Diddles, Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey, says Foxy Woxy. I know the proper way. Oh no, he's a fox. So he might not be telling the truth because he's a fox. Foxes don't usually tell the truth. They're very, very sneaky creatures. Shall I show you the way? Oh, certainly, Foxy Woxy, says Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Diddles, Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey. So Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Diddles, Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey, and Foxy Woxy all went to tell the king the skies a-fallen. So they went along, and they went along, and they went along, till they came to a narrow and dark hole. Now this is the door of Foxy Woxy's burrow. But Foxy Woxy said to Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, Ducky Diddles, and Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey, this is the shortcut to the king's place. You'll soon get there if you follow me. I will go first, and you will come after, Henny Penny, Cocky Locky, Ducky Diddles, Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey. Why, of course, certainly, without doubt, why not? This sounds like Mama. Mama's always like, of course, yeah. And, yeah, Mama doesn't think all the way through sometimes. Alright, without doubt, why not? Said Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, Ducky Diddles, Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey. So Foxy Woxy went into the burrow and turned to wait for Henny Penny, Cocky Lootie, Ducky Diddles, Goosey Poosey, and Turkey Lurkey. Now Turkey Lurkey was the first to go into the burrow. He hadn't got far when, Foxy Woxy snapped off Turkey Lurkey's, wow. Foxy Woxy snapped off Turkey Lurkey's head and threw his body over his left shoulder. Then Goosey Lucy went in and, off went her head, and Goosey Poosey was thrown besides Turkey Lurkey. Then Ducky Dales waddled down, and Foxy Woxy had snapped off Ducky Diddles' head, and Ducky Diddles was thrown alongside Turkey Lurkey and Goosey Poosey. Then Cocky Locky started down into the burrow, and he hadn't gone far when, but Cocky Locky, well, always crow whether you want him to do so or not. And so he had just time for one cock-a-doodle-doo before he went to join Turkey Lurkey, Goosey Poosey, and Ducky Diddles over Foxy Woxy's shoulder. Now when Henny Penny, who had just got into the dark burrow, heard cock-a-doodle-doo crow, she said to herself, my goodness, it must be dawn. Time for me to lay my egg. So she turned around and bustled off to her nest. So she escaped, but she never told the king the sky was falling. Wow. Okay, the story of the three bears. Oh, this is your favorite one, baby. You used to ask for this one all the time. Whenever I asked you, baby, which one do you want to read? Like, especially during the day, you love the story of the three bears. Once upon a time, there was three bears who lived together in a house of their own in a wood. One of them was a little wee bear, and one was a middle-sized bear, and the other one was a great big bear. Which one do you think is the wee little bear? The baby bear. And which one do you think is the middle-sized bear? The mama bear. And which one do you think is the great big bear? The papa bear. They had each a bowl for their porridge, a little bowl for the little wee bear, a middle-sized bowl for the middle-sized bear, and a great bowl for a great big bear. And they had each a chair to sit in. A little chair for the little wee bear, and a middle-sized chair for the middle-sized bear, and a great chair for the great big bear. And there had each a bed to sleep in, a little bed for the little wee bear, and a middle-sized bed for the middle-sized bear, and a great big bed for the great big bear. One day, after they had made the porridge for the breakfast, they poured it into the porridge bowls, and they walked out into the wood while the porridge was cooling, and they might not burn their mouths by beginning too soon, for they were polite, well-brought-up bears. And while they were away, a little girl called Goldilocks, who lived in the other side of the wood, and had been sent on an errand by her mother, passed by the house, and looked in the window, and then she peeped into the keyhole, for she was not all well-brought-up little girl. She, seeing nobody in the house, she lifted the latch to the door that was not fastened, because the bears were good bears, who did nobody any harm, and never suspected that anybody would harm them. So Goldilocks opened the door and went in, and well pleased was she when she saw the porridge on the table. If she had been a well-brought-up little girl, she wouldn't have waited till the bears came. She would have waited until the bears came home, and then perhaps they would have asked her to breakfast, for they were good bears. A little rough or so, as the manners of bears is, but all the very good nature and hospitality. But she was an imprudent, rude little girl, and she sat about helping herself. First she tasted the porridge of the great big bear, and that was too hot for her. The next she tasted the porridge of the middle-sized bear, but that was too cold for her. And then she went to the porridge of the little wee bear, and tasted it, and that was neither too hot nor too cold, but just right, and she liked it so well that she ate it all up, every bit. Then Goldilocks, when she was tired, for she had been catching butterflies instead of running on her errands, sat down in the chair of the great big bear, but that was too hard for her. And then she sat down in the chair of the middle-sized bear, but that was too soft for her. But when she sat down in the chair of the little wee bear, that was neither too hard nor too soft, but just right. So she seated herself in it, and there was the state till the bottom of the chair came out, and down she came, plop, upon the ground, and that made her very cross, for she was a bad-tempered little girl. Now, being determined to rest, Goldilocks went upstairs into the bedchamber in which the three bears slept. And first she lay down upon the bed of the great big bear, but that was too hard at the head for her. And then the next she lay down upon the bed of the middle-sized bear, and that was too high at the feet for her. And then she lay down upon the bed in the little wee bear, and that was neither too high at her head nor at her feet, but just right. So she covered herself up completely, and she lay there till she fell fast asleep. By this time the three bears thought that their porridge would be cool enough for them to eat it properly. So they came home to breakfast. Now careless Goldilocks had left the spoon of the great big bear standing in his porridge. "Somebody has been at my porridge," said the great big bear in his great rough gruff voice. Then the middle-sized bear says, "Look at his porridge," and saw that the spoon was standing in it too. "Somebody has been at my porridge," said the middle-sized bear in his middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked at his, and there was the spoon in his porridge bowl, but the porridge was all gone. "Somebody has been at my porridge and has eaten it all up," he says. Look at that. Look at Goldilocks and the bears. Said the wee little bear in his little wee voice. Upon the three bears seeing that someone has entered their house and eaten up the little wee bear's breakfast, begun to look about. Now the careless Goldilocks has not put the hard cushion straight when she rose from the chair of the great big bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," says the great big bear in his great rough gruff voice. And the careless Goldilocks has squatted down the soft cushion of the middle-sized bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," says the middle-sized bear in his middle-sized voice. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair, and the state of the bottom's through," says the little wee bear in his little wee voice. Then the three bears thought they had better make further search, in case it was a burglar. So they went upstairs into their bedchamber. Now Goldilocks had pulled the pillow of the great big bear out of place. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the great big bear in his great big rough gruff voice. And Goldilocks has pulled the bolster of the middle-sized bear out of place. "Somebody has been laying in my bed," says the middle-sized bear in his middle-sized voice. But when the wee bear came to look at his bed, there was the bolster in its place, and the pillow was in its place upon the bolster. And upon the pillow there was a Goldilocks' yellowed hair, which was not in its place, for she had no business there. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and here she is still," says the wee little bear in his wee little voice. Now Goldilocks has heard in her sleep the great rough gruff voice of the great big bear, but she has still fast asleep, that it was no more to her than a roaring of wind or the rumbling of thunder. And she has heard the middle-sized voice of the middle-sized bear, but it was only as if she had heard someone speaking in a dream. But when she heard the little wee voice of the little wee bear in her sleep, it was a sharp and shrill that it awakened her at once. She started and went. She saw the three bears on one side of the bed. She tumbled herself out to the other and ran to the window. Now the window was open because the bears, like good tidy bears, as they were always, opened their bedchamber windows when they got up in the morning. So naughty, frightened little Goldilocks jumped, and whether she broke her neck in the fall, or ran to the woods and was lost there, or found her way out of the wood and got whipped for being a bad girl and playing trot not, can say. But the three bears never saw anything more of her. I don't know why you like that story so much. I don't know. I always thought the Three Little Bears was different until I started reading kids' books to you. Alright, baby. Mama loves you. I don't know. I just woke up a little while ago. But Mama loves you. Okay? Mama loves you to pieces. Mama misses you. Mama thinks about you every single day. Mama writes to Papa every single day telling Papa to tell you that I love you and that I miss you. Alright? I know that you probably hear a lot of things and it's okay. Just know that your mama and your papa both love you. Alright? Like Papa used to always say, I'm Papa's sun, he's my moon, and you're a rainbow baby, and we absolutely adore you, okay? Mama needed to protect what she had. Things aren't fair, alright? Life isn't fair. And just know that you just have to keep moving forward every single day, my sweetheart. Every single day, because that's what it is. It's just, you know, you have to be blessed for the moment that you're in, and you just have to keep going, okay? You just have to keep going. Mama will be there soon, I promise. I promise. I'll be there, and I'll take you wherever you want to go, whether it's a splash pad or wherever you want to go, baby, I promise. Mama's going to have to listen to Papa very, 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 very well. And that's just going to have to be, it's going to have to be the way that it is from here on out. Mama's going to have to be more respectful and listen a lot better to Papa, because I don't want his feelings to be hurt ever again, okay? But Mama loves you. Mama loves you to pieces, and Mama misses you. And, I'm just glad that I thought of it the other day of just, like, start reading you storybooks. Just go on the internet and just start reading you storybooks. I've had these, I have so much stuff for you, from toys to gifts to clothes to dress up stuff. I have so much stuff for you, I really do. I've been thinking about you every second of every day, every second that goes by. I'm like, I can't believe this is what I'm doing instead of being with you. Alright, I just can't believe it. I miss you, and I love you, and trust me, Mama was never gonna leave your side. But sometimes things happen, and for the greater good of the family, you have to make sacrifice, right? Families go through a lot. Families go through so much, they always do. But what you have to hold on to is the fact that we do all love each other. Even Papa. Papa's feelings are hurt, but Papa does love Mama. Mama adores Papa, and Mama adores you, okay? Mama loves you. I'm sorry for